Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I thought I would take you through my abstract April sketchbook. For the past few months I have just bought a Royal Talons sketchbook and I've been trying to fill them up each month. There's a few blank pages, but I am finding it quite freeing just having the whole sketchbook to use throughout the month. I think I showed the first few pages in a video not that long ago. So what I was doing was taking the colours from the images that we all share in Charlotte's Blueshineart club that I am a member of, and I think I probably mention every video, which is quite funny. I've got a little bit of experience with abstracts. I did a course run by Nicholas Wilton called CVP in I think I did it first in 2021, 2022, and skipped a year, and then I did 2024. I think that was the years I did it. And he really talks a lot about composition in abstract, differences. So I was trying to sort of remind myself of all the things I learned on that course throughout these pages. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I like to take shape from nature a lot of the time and bring it into my work. This one I thought was quite successful. So I was using collage and a bit of mixed media to start with. I like the colour palette on that one. And again, I was quite happy with the colour palette on this one. So I use all sorts. So this was Inktense pencils, some watercolours. I love the colour palette on this. I'd really like to do something with that, maybe make an acrylic painting or something. This one I think I should have gone back and worked a bit more on. Some of them I did and I thought they didn't look interesting enough, so I've gone back in with acrylic paint, which I've loved. So this is one I did, and then I just did a lot more acrylic paint on them, and then went in with some ink sketches. Again, I think I would have done more on that one had I have had a bit more time. This one I thought worked out quite well. Lots and lots of layers, and I like how you get different bits of different layers peeking through. Again, I love the colour palette, the pink, the orange, different textures of different papers. I have found this really quite experimental, very freeing, and again, very low pressure in a cheap sketchbook. I like that one. Has like a quilt quality to it, which I quite like. That one I think needed a lot more work. And again, these are just initial ideas, starting points. If I was to ever take them into a final acrylic painting, they'd probably look very different. That one again, I think needs something else over the top of it. There's a lot going on in that one. I got to this point and I was realised I'm very good at like just blending everything. So everything's quite, I use the technical term, smushed together. So I was really trying to get more edges, like hard edge there, contrast. I loved how this one turned out. So we had some collage from like magazines, black and white. It is quite good to work in black and white, and that's part of the CVP course. Is one of the first weeks everything's black and white before you even start thinking about colour. Again, that needs more contrast. This one has an interesting start. I'd quite like to develop that one. And then I had to start skipping pages because I was putting so much paint on that I thought my book was going to fall apart. It's quite interesting. I would describe this one as quite me. It's got like florals, texture, quite soft. I've got some old watercolour paintings in there that I didn't like and just collaged everything and worked on top of them, but I do like how that one turned out. And this was one where I was really trying to experiment with shape, edges. And to do that, I used quite a lot of cut out paper, so I wasn't having to overthink it too much. Again, love the colour palette. Cutting bits up to get different variations in size. It's quite a fun colour palette. Maybe too much going on. And then this one, maybe not enough going on. I do like this one. I like the colour palette. I like the fact it's divided up. It's almost like a landscape. A very, very sort of dark piece. But we've got some lovely textures going on. Yeah, really quite interesting. Not sure I'd want it on my wall. Looking back on this one, maybe needed something else. Maybe some lighter areas. But another good starting point. And this one's probably my favourite. I've definitely like scraped the paint, getting a very thin layer. I think I started with collage, watercolour paint. Just started. Yeah, I like that one. And I think this was the last day, yeah, 30th. Just practicing shape, colour, texture. What else did I do? So if I was doing something different, I started from the back. And one of our meetups, I don't tend to draw people very often, but we're doing single line drawings of each other, which was super fun. So people would pause for like a minute and we'd just draw each other. That was great fun. I was practicing some watercolours there. Some watercolour daffodils. Unfinished. Acrylic painting of flowers. This one I liked. I was really trying to practice a limited palette and concentrating on mixing different colours. Yeah, I really liked how that one turned out. But I didn't have much more time to do any more. So maybe next month. So yeah, April was a very interesting experimental month. Abstract art is something I'm still very interested in doing. Just not sure how I want to take it forward. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe. It would be great to have you along on my art journey, trying to find my style, what I enjoy doing. It's very hit and miss. One day it could be abstract. The next day I might be trying to do something realistic. So yeah, never a dull moment. Take care. Bye.